Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff with the Cyber Pro podcast, back with another interesting episode about cybersecurity. Hackers never sleep, neither should we. So let's jump in with our guest today, Mark. Good morning. In a few sentences, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do?
Thank you. My name is Mark Higgason. I help run Encompass Audiovisual. We're a low voltage and IoT installation outfit located just outside of Chicago. I wear a bunch of hats, but that's the gist of it. So, question one.
Excellent. Thank you. So jump into question number two. What would you say is the best or most challenging thing about being the CTO of your company during these interesting times?
The ever-present challenge. Things are always changing, and it seems like the momentum is ever increasing. It's incredibly exciting. So I'm going to say just the constant change. The sea will never be calm. That's the best part of it.
The sea will never be calm. I couldn't have said it better myself. Question number three. We hear from other industry leaders that cybersecurity is not only a top concern, but only growing exponentially due to many factors, including our friend COVID-19. When you hear a statement like that, what does it mean to you?
Well, cybersecurity it's a very frustrating topic because it's never really taken seriously from initial planning, it seems, and it's always an afterthought. It's always a reaction, and it's never brought up unless there seems to be some sort of disaster, and then it comes up, and how could this not be accounted for? Because it's a low priority to begin with, and that has to change. We're going to see a continuing ramp up of cybersecurity fails and nation state attacks, and 12-year-old kids taking networks down.
Again, well put. We might circle back on that one a little bit more. In fact, I guess my follow-up question would be, because of the last year and the dramatic increase in remote work and the sheer number of additional potentially unsecured endpoints that have been created, if you were a bad guy, what would you be doing?
I think I'd be spending quite a bit of time at my terminal. More and more ports are opened, remote desktop all over the place. But what's most critical, I think, is this IoT world. So now we have our business machines on the same network as our children's toys with multiple IP addresses, or who knows what's going on with that. So we're now mixing relatively unregulated technologies with our office work too.
Unregulated. Wow, great word. And that is a perfect segue into our question number four. What insights about wrangling the Internet of Things from an IT perspective would you care to share with the members of our community?
Well, I really feel bad for a lot of the IT staffers out there, because I see that nowadays almost anything that has to do with technology seems to fall into the IT staff, into their job description. Audio visual, PoE lighting. So now potentially, your ceiling lights could be, under control of the, IT staff. If the lights go out, it's another service call to them. Audio visual, that's an incredibly specialized technology, and it would be incredibly difficult for any IT staff member to effectively manage an audio video system with no experience. It doesn't come down to the same thing as managing switches or in the daily activities of an IT staffer. But I do think there is a way to cope a little bit better in the future, and that's through the use of accepted standards. I'm a big proponent of AVIXA, the Audio Video Interactive Experience Association, BICSI, which is the Building Intelligence Control Systems Integration Society, and then of course CompTIA, which is a vendor neutral education platform. So through the use of standards, we can all understand each other better and really operate in a much better environment where you don't have an AV contractor putting a bunch of things onto your network, walking away, and just leaving it out there in the Wild West.
Yeah, standardization. It really comes down to that, where piece A can talk to piece B, and piece C knows what piece A and piece B are doing. So very, very very wise way of looking at it. So I guess what I would say is, if we have any viewers who want to learn a little bit more about you, Mark, perhaps the services and products of your company, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
If you're interested in our company, please check us out at encompassav.com, or if you'd like to contact me, hit me at LinkedIn.
Wonderful. And our final question of the day, something fun. Can you share with us, please, what your favorite piece of retro technology is that makes you smile?
Oh, yeah. This one's easy, and I brought a little show and tell here too. So the voltage controlled analog synthesizer. It is just endless, wacky fun. It's unpredictable. It makes space noises or 80s pop noises. It has a ton of switches and knobs. It's just fun forever.
And switches and knobs couldn't have ended on a better note, right? We live in this digital world where everything's a screen and there's no haptic feedback. It's nice to have a physical control in our hands every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Well, brilliant. Again, thank you, Mark, for your time. I wanted to share with our viewers that, as many of you know, we post 3 to 4 different podcasts a week about different topics in and around the cyberspace, the cybersecurity space, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Mark, again, thank you, and be well.
Thank you. Goodbye.